Hello and welcome to the Community Voice. I am Fara. Music is in the air. The 9th annual Miami International GuitART Festival on the South Campus of Florida International University, celebrating music, which runs from February 16th to the 25th in our community. Wow, that was great.
Thank you.
This is the program that we're looking forward to, huh?
Yeah.
We had the founding director as well as one of the performers with us, Dr. Mesut Ozgen, as well as Dr. Kazama. Thank you both for joining me today. We're going to be entertained. We're going to learn all about the festival, and it's really a privilege to be with you both today.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us today.
Mesut, how did this all begin? This is a 9th year. You still have hair.
Yes, I mean that's actually, let me tell you, our website is MIGF or acronym. Originally, I was trying to get the .com, the web domain. It was taking. What was it? Was MIGF.com? Was the Malaysian International Gourmet Festival. That's why now we had actually FIU.
So then you would have a dinner and then you would have music. That's not bad.
Yeah, but it was taking. We couldn't use that. Now migf.fiu.edu is our website. And I think what you just watched is from our festival Facebook page. Instagram even more popular, I believe. Especially among young people, so. Instagram now, they're just watching it or doing everything there. But it started something like at the beginning, I think 2016, but started in 15, having the idea and then the art of guitar, GuitART Festival. And at FIU School of Music, now we have the new name, Wertheim School of Music.
And you're a professor there?
Yes. Then we started. We have also get regular music festival in the fall. It's in October, November. But the GuitART Festival also started. Our founding director, who's a great composer, Frederick Kaufman, is incredibly supportive of this. He was really proud of what we're doing here. Even he wrote a new concerto for me to premiere in the festival.
How exciting.
And we did that, and now we're going to Turkey, actually, to perform again together with Frederick Kaufman. But this festival, from the beginning, I started inviting lots of great guitarists, friends, including our teacher from Yale School of Music, Benjamin Verdery. By the way, we have a great connection right now. You are from Yale. We are from Yale, Yale's School of Music.
Yeah.
I'm not from no Yale. I didn't go get school there.
No, yeah. It's a great connection. And then, those friends came, even if I didn't have much in funding at that time.
How many years? Were you at the initial beginning, the first festival?
First one was 2016.
So where did that brainchild come from? Is it like you just said we need to put together the community and we need to bring musicians from all over to really have our Miami community really enjoy and get to know what music and guitar can be and things that they probably would not been exposed to had it not been for this festival?
Exactly. I mean, this is like multiple purposes. The community and our students. Normally students go to far away to attend this kind of international festivals to study in master classes and watch it. But now we're bringing them here to our students.
Isn't it wonderful?
And not only the FIU students, also I give all the comp tickets to high school students from other colleges. They're coming. And sometimes one of the concerts we will be doing guitar orchestra. and we invite all the other students also. Sometimes they come. I think 2 years ago, actually, we had 60 guitarists came from all high schools, not just South Florida, from the North Florida, which they drove and they joined us.
So that must be really great for you to think 9 years ago that this was how it's grown and how it's really sprouted legs in the community and it made an impact. So bringing music to children and young adults or even older adults that have not experienced these kind of genres and different ways of looking at it.
Exactly. Because one of the interesting things in this festival is a little bit different than the traditional guitar festivals. They focus on only guitar, solo guitar, all kinds. We do different genres, not just the classical guitar, but many different type of music and different ensembles, groups, including other instruments together with guitar. And this helps students and also the community because we have free master classes, workshops. They learn about all
and
the
lectures. And you have, like you said, schools coming in. You provide comp tickets for students.
Yes, exactly.
So this is a great way to get involved. And Ko, how did you get involved with the festival?
Well, I believe my first time being involved was 3 years ago, and I moved to Miami about 5 years ago.
And we share the same alma mater.
Yes,
years apart, though.
Yes.
At my end, it was called the High School of Performing Arts, and now it's called
LaGuardia High School. Yes.
So you left New York. We both lived in Queens.
Yes.
We left New York 5 years ago. And then what does this evolution mean to you? And where were some of your influences of guitar and how it becomes so meaningful in your life?
Well, that's a great question. I first started guitar when I was, I would say, 5, 6 years old. And I was actually inspired to play guitar when I was about 2 or 3 years old. My father was a photographer, and he was working with a Japanese rock musician at the time and working on a music video for him. And I saw that and thought, oh, that's so cool. I want to look like that, be like that. I want to be a rock star. And so I begged my parents for lessons, and finally, at the age, in first grade, finally I was old enough to take lessons at the local music school, and they had offered that for free. And so that's how I got started. And at that time, I had no idea what the difference between an electric and a classical guitar was. I just didn't care. I said, I just want to learn guitar. And it turned out that my teacher at that time was a classical guitar teacher, and so that's how I got started with it.
And you're also a professor at the New World?
Yes, New World School of the Arts. Yes.
Wow. And what do you hope that your students learn? What can you inspire them to do and be, and messages that you learned along the way? Because you're still really, really young.
Oh, I'm not that young anymore, but but I do. I hope. Well, my first priority with my students is just for them to enjoy music and find a love for music. And I actually have to say, in high school was the first time I actually started to have more of a passion for music and interest in music. Although I had been playing guitar, for a while already. Then it was, when I started to take a bunch of music classes and was surrounded by artists, that's when I really started getting into it. And so I hope that my students really are inspired to just have a love for music, and that's the most important thing.
And the festival, and they're going to come probably to observe what you're doing and critique what you're doing.
Yes.
Sorry, co-students, take out that red pencil. But that's a really exciting moment for you. And this piece that you're about to play for us, where did the influences come for you?
This piece I'm about to play is so my parents are from Japan, and it was, I've always with classical guitar music, a lot of it is South American or European, and so I thought, I was wondering if there was something out there that was not that, and I was first introduced to this piece by one of my teachers in high school actually, and I remember thinking, oh, this is my culture. This is, familiar to me.
It spoke to you.
Yeah, it spoke to me, and I remember asking my parents. I showed my parents a piece, and like, oh yeah, of course, we know this piece, and so it was. I think that's where the inspiration to want to learn and perform this piece came from, because it's the culture of of my parents.
Well, you set me up, so I'm going to let you take it away
Sure.
beautifully. And we're so excited to hear it. And the music festival runs from February 16th to the 25th. To get your tickets while we're setting up, here is migf.fiu.edu. And Co, whenever you're ready.
Okay. Well, I'll just introduce a piece very briefly. So this is called Sakura Variations. It's by Yukijiro Yoko, and this is a theme and variations piece based on a traditional Japanese song called Sakura, which means cherry blossom. And the cherry blossoms are a very important part of Japanese culture, and Japanese have this tradition of going to view the cherry blossoms every spring. So.
And I had the good fortune to see that in D.C. And if you haven't seen
yeah.
it, it's just a beautiful, breathtaking experience. So take it away. I'm so excited. your standing ovation. I would have.
Thank you very much.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Where does that take you to when you do just like that? Where do you you seem like you were transported somewhere.
Well, I try to get always into the mood of the piece, and this piece in particular. In my head, I'm imagining the sakura trees, and that's sort of the headspace that I'm in while I'm playing before I play. So
You did honor to your history and your family, and
Thank you.
it was beautiful. And
Thank you,
and
thank
it's
you.
just part of this wonderful festival, bringing such an eclectic collection of artists. Mesut, congratulations to you.
Thank you very much. I'm lucky actually to have great friends to join us. It was great actually to have Kojo come to Miami 5 years ago, and then last 3 years I invited him to present
Yes.
lectures, workshops, and then it was wonderful. And I think we have 11 concerts. I think yours will be in the second weekend at the end. And we start quickly. Let me review what we have. We have first.
You would take. You were actually. I was gonna. That was my question.
Oh, you were, okay.
Let me ask the question. Okay, ready? And then we can go.
Sure.
What can we expect in the upcoming festival schedule, and featured artists that are up and coming that are part of what you're doing?
Yes. I'm traditional.
Did I do good? Did I introduce it well? Because that's what you were going to say.
Exactly. Because traditional, we give a lot of emphasis on the Latin American music. Even one in 2018, we dedicated to everything to Cuban music. But now we have a combination of Latin American great musicians. We start with the Latin American folk blend from Venezuela musicians, but they've been playing also other Latin American music. It's beautiful, and they use not just guitar, but also cuatro, bandola, all those traditional folk instruments. That's the first in February 17. That's the first concert on the Saturday. The next day, I invited some Turkish musicians, and I'll be playing together with them as an Anatolian ensemble. And we'll be playing some traditional music, our own compositions, plus the Sufi music, Mevlevi music. Then next we have on the 20th we have Italian, the very authentic instrument player from the 19th century. It's built in the 19th century actually. It's not the replica, original from the 19th century, romantic Italian music. Marco Battaglia will be playing. The next day, on the Wednesday 21st, we have maybe one of the best, the biggest virtuosos in the world, from Peru originally, Jorge Caballero. I mean, he can do anything on the guitar, like a incredible genius. That's why he did incredible arrangements from the old Liszt, Dvorak, Prokofiev, but playing the standard repertoire. Then we have also another great player on the 23rd. I'm looking at the list. Robert Trent, coming from Virginia in Radford University. He's also great romantic Italian romantic, not just necessarily Italian, but the romantic 19th century specialist. Then we have two Cubans on the last Saturday. Laura Mazon Franqui and Rafael Padron, our great friend from University of Miami. We are not rivals. We collaborate. That's why he's wonderful. Rafael Padron will be coming. And we have the guitar orchestra concert also next, the second weekend, FIU Miami GuitART Orchestra. And we have all combined. Our last concert last November was really so great success. The audience loved it. They wanted to get more, and then hopefully we'll actually be adding more music. Then the final day, actually, then Ko will be presenting his wonderful program with beautiful music from Latin American, Japanese, and other classical and modern. And plus we have a Colombian ensemble the last day, Los Hermanos Calero. They're beautiful, incredible. They're singing, playing the traditional instruments. Audience love it. We had in the past. When we end with a Spanish trio, we'll be playing their own Spanish jazz music. It's all different variety. I'm hoping that it's gonna be again good success.
What do you, and it will be, what do you think the audience, what is it that you want their takeaway to be for both your students and for students that are coming that are younger, for audience members that are, are just viewing this? What is your hope?
Again, we are trying to present in many aspects of the art of guitar. And again, the art of guitar doesn't mean just the classical. It means that guitar related, all different, because guitar as an instrument, there are so many guitars. They're not the same, they're different, but we're including in the guitar orchestra electric guitar, and then we have ukulele, bandola, quattro, all the, and then plus we have violin and what else? Singers, all those things. That's why it's really helping both the students, music students, non-music students, plus the local community, because we have so many great community, actual people in the community. They are very enthusiastic about this. They have been following us and then coming and then spreading the word.
It's very, very exciting. And you might be inspiring young artists. You both are professors, and you never know what the influence is by what you do and who you touch along the way. What do you tell aspiring musicians that are venturing out now in this quest for whatever it is that they dream about? What do you tell them?
Well, I tell them a lot of things, but I would say mostly, it's important to find what really excites you, what makes you really want to work hard. And I think, especially, I'm sure Mesut can also agree with this, but in music, there's so many different niches that are, available, and there's so much diversity to music that, just because you're studying classical guitar in college doesn't mean you have to become a classical guitarist, a concert classical guitarist. There's so many different, roads you can take, and I think I want them to just be open to that and try to see what that really, makes them passionate and what, drives them. So I would say it's important to keep your eyes open and to be open to various possibilities in music.
Absolutely. And in the festival, you're bringing a lot of artists together that are not local. So do they contact you? Do you contact them? Is it mutual? Is it friends from friends? Is it past relationships? How do you put together a festival? Because it isn't just one morning you wake up and you have like a whole 9 days of just, putting that together. How does that work for you? How does your mind work in getting wrapped around that?
It's just very difficult.
Yeah.
The difficulty is not finding people. I have to reject so many people because I'm getting so much requests.
Isn't that
from
wonderful?
International, from everywhere, and so much. Some people, actually, some international musicians wanted to come. Even they don't care. They don't care about. They don't want to be even without getting paid. They just will come. Then they like the festival.
Well, an artist always wants to perform. That's in their blood. That's what feeds us. That feeds us.
Exactly. Then, of course, I have so many friends, and we're in touch. And also, each time we have certain kind of idea, thematic idea, how I can put together in a really nice variety, and that's important for the selection. And that's why the most difficult one is to eliminate the ones who already they're interested in coming here. But we're lucky. We got really great support from Florida Department of State, the Arts Division. And at the beginning, I got also from Miami-Dade, the Cultural Affairs, the grants. And Knight Foundation gave us 2 times, like a break, Knight's Art Challenge. They gave us great, thing. Kind of, it was lucky. Both times we had some unexpected problems. It's interesting to solve also those, like Cuban Festival in 2018. I got a huge grant from the Knight Foundation. We're about to start. Just before that, when I was hoping to bring a guitar orchestra from Cuba also, that embassy problem appeared. And then it stopped. The whole visa stopped. Embassy closed or consulate, they just stopped. They couldn't come. The only ones came who had already the American visa or citizenship. They already had things. Still, we did it, but we couldn't do some of the other ones original. And then later, in 2021, we had a pandemic. That another time we got the Knight Foundation.
But it makes a good story. It makes a good story for us to talk about right here in this intimate setting, right? But it all worked out.
And we took advantage of the technology. We did actually 21. Everything was virtual.
I remember
through
that.
Zoom and other, the virtual. We didn't cancel anything. We just continued. The only one that had to be canceled was the big orchestras, because even in their own country, place, they couldn't do that. They had masks and other things. But it still worked out well. We keep going. We never canceled so far.
And it's really wonderful that now we can come together and there's a live collaboration with your artists. And we're going to close today's segment with a collaboration between the two of you. And I just want to, again, just do a plug, migf.fiu.edu for tickets for this wonderful festival that's running in our community, February 16th through the 25th. And I'm going to let you introduce.
Yes.
Check us out.
Yes, I have a composition actually for two guitars, and I used in this piece two different Turkish folk music, and I put together. It's actually long. Probably we don't have enough time. We'll just play the finale of the piece, and together with Ko, we'll see how. Actually, this is the piece you heard at the beginning in the original beginning video, but we have a live updated version.
How much fun. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hopefully we won't hit anything.
Props.
You have to double check guitar changes to tuning all the time. Yes. Okay, ready?
Wow, bridging cultures, miles, and countries. That's what you're doing in this musical festival. So thank you so much for being my guest today, and may you have great success moving forward in a wonderful festival.
Thank you so much.
Enjoy.
For having us today.
And you head out to see them as well. I'm Fara Sachs. Till next time, take care of yourselves and each other.